Lakyn, for those who I have not gotten to meet yet. Amber did our introduction yesterday, which I appreciated. So I'll do less talking so we can just get to it. I like to start with some type of game. This is what we call our connection game, or Ashley's favorite game, but it's not really Ashley's favorite game. And this is just to get us moving, getting us kind of oriented to passing, or warmed up if you haven't trained already yet today. So we're gonna just start with butterfly, and all I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to pass, I'm just trying to get rid of connections, okay? I'm not trying to go all the way around and just getting outside, and Amber's job is just to put her feet back on me, okay? And I'm just getting rid of them. She's putting her feet back on me. I'm not necessarily allowing her to reset, right? So if I get to this side, I don't have to let her feet get back on me. I can make this a little bit more annoying and challenging for her. I'm not gonna stay super far away because this is not a fun game, right? She doesn't get to do a whole lot. So I'm staying in the pocket here, being willing to deal with hooks and frames from the feet here, all right? And this is nice and loose just to get us moving. Any questions? All right, I'll tell you when to flip flop. I'll try to be loud. I'm not loud. This is as loud as I can get, but Amber will yell too. Okay? Okay. And I just say ready, clap. Ready? So we're gonna kind of reverse engineer this. We're not gonna work on getting into there yet. We're gonna just work on the movement and how to finish the pass. So it might be a little weird here, but we're gonna start all the way here, okay? So what we do is we call this model pose. So John, get up to your elbow. Use your head. Yep. Everybody. John looks sexy right there.
Hey, this is kid friendly. Okay?
All right. So if you have a hard time figuring out how to have your person do the model pose, and you'll drop right in. All right. So we're going to start with two very basic reactions that we get from here. One is where we're here and the person wants to frame and create space, where they move their shoulders back, right? Very normal reaction. Opposite is the ball up, because now they kind of realize what we're doing here, okay? So we're gonna work on the first one here. The frame, you can stay down, frame here. My job, or my goal, is to get this outside leg in front of his knee, okay? Your leg dexterity in this person's body will, it'll change from your partner to partner. And I'm gonna try and address some of the main ones as we go today. So first one, we're just stepping over. If this is hard for you to do, we can drop the shin staple. If you can't see, I have a foot on one side and a knee on the other. Okay, if you can't step over, I'm dropping the shin staple and I'm facing him like I want to do side control. It's just his leg is stuck. Okay, from here, the knee goes into this hip because I'm getting in front of the knee. My trail leg just circles around the butt into mount. All right, so he frames to create space because that's what we want to do sometimes when someone's passing, which opens up all this real estate for me. So I can step over if you're limber enough, or cut in the corner here. And we're going to address, I know some higher belts are probably thinking, what is this? What is this? We'll get there, hopefully. Okay, so just hang in there with me. We're going to work on elementary reactions first. Chest to chest like a side control. I don't care how you have your hands. And the reason it's called Twisted Sister is because I'm twisting him, okay? The more uncomfortable he is, the more out of line he is, the better my pass will be. He won't be as strong. So we're here. He's framed here. I twist. I want this shoulder on the mat. His hips are facing one way, his torso is facing the other. Not much fighting him at that point. Right into mount. One more time. We can be here or drop in here. Make sure we're tight here. Okay. One side circle around the butt, closing the door. Okay. Make sure we get our feet in. Any questions? Okay, bottom person, just give that reaction. You might be seeing other things, we'll get there. All right, ready? It's not a knee shield, okay? It's the leg, like I've leg dragged her, because we're gonna work on injuries, I promise, how we get there, all right? So here, okay? If they keep the leg up or like they're framing on the hip or whatever, we just gotta address it, okay? We address it at the ankle because that's weaker than her knee and thigh. Actually strong right here. Okay. Now we can underhook to really starting to flatten them out, right? And this doesn't have to be a fast pass, all right? I want her, the reason I like this is because it's slow and I can make this as miserable or not as miserable as possible, depending on my person, right? So flatten her out, right, and really twisting her up. She wants me to pass at this point.
I do.
Right? You can hear it. You can hear it in how she's talking. And depending on how she treated me today, will determine how long I stay here. Yeah, yesterday was a hard day for us, huh?
Valid.
I'm gonna use Phil now. Okay, come here, Phil. Ignore him. But also I like this is because I can do this on different body sizes, right? Phil can just pick me up and swing me like Bam Bam if he wants to. But if I get his hips and his chest out of line, he's not as strong as he thinks he is anymore, all right? Also, because of his size, remember, I haven't told you yet, right? This is a leg concentrated pass, all right? I'm not necessarily trying to smash him like this, because I can't, because now my legs are light. He's just going to re-guard, right? So I can't play Phil's game by trying to go chest to chest and squeeze him. He's going to win, all right? So I stay back, and I'm focused on my legs here, all right? Here. He tries to lift me, right? Hard for him to do so, and he should be able to, all right? If I want him, oops. I think I lost the thingy. I don't know where the rest.
Hazards of training with Phil.
All right, way to go, Phil. All right. Also, I could do this type of C clamp on his shoulders, right? I've twisted him up. Now start moving me, Phil. Right? Yeah. So he's not feeling great here, right? And so as I'm passing, he's fighting, going to fight, right? I'm concentrated on my legs here, and I don't ever have to overcommit to him.
Yeah.
All right. One other little thing before we do this again, and we're going to switch partners if you can, because the problems are going to be different partner to partner, is this leg. All right. Phil likes to grab the leg as well, and then he likes to chunk me over. All right. So make sure we're not overcommitting this leg. All right. If they are getting kind of in to us, grabbing the leg, cross space. Again, I don't want to overcommit to them, so I'm just going to plant my hand to the mat. I'm dropping this hook, this just to make a little extra
Feels pretty terrible.
comfort. And so that's what we want to be mindful of. He grabs the leg, I can walk him away, or his favorite, he fights this pin. All right. Okay. So find a new body, a new problem to solve, right? And we'll address another set of problems here in a minute. Anybody have questions? All right, ready? We good so far still? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna bring another friend out, Tina. I actually just met Tina, but she gave me really good reactions when we rolled, so I want to use her as well. Lay down. Yeah.
Pressure, Tina.
She puts
Oh, I didn't give good reactions.
I haven't got there yet. Obviously, Tina's gonna have a different style than Phil, right? Tina's really great at staying really balled up and being tight with the knee, right? Our flexible, smaller frame people, all right? So what we gotta do is we gotta drop this shin staple. Make sure they don't grab the leg. We'll dress our leg lockers here in a second here. And this is gonna swim to catch the ankle here, okay? So I'll try and turn, okay? Right, if I keep doing this, and just her knee can go into her chin and chest, right? It's gonna be super annoying to do. I also want to be a good training partner, not smash her. All right?
Wait, what?
You guys
You everybody picks their personality. Okay. So I windshield wiper to find her ankle here. Okay. From here, I'm pulling her ankle up. I'm gonna hold my weight off of her for now, so you can maybe see the leg change. I pull her ankle up and drop my hip. Okay. So she's here. As the ankle comes up, knee goes down. A lot easier to clear the knee. So I'm here. I can't get in. She's all balled up. She's eating my cross space like a champ. All right. So I'm here. Find the ankle, and I'm pulling it up as I drop my hip. And from here, I stay on active toes until I can get my legs where they need to be. One more time. So here, turn and turn and find that tiny ankle, lift. All right. Once I'm here, I get the knee in place, then I can drop it. I don't have to pull it all the way around. Okay. Wow. Questions? Not a whole lot of torque on the knee, right? So if you're worried about your knee, it should just move it like it should. Okay, unless you're really stubborn. So don't be stubborn.
Foot up and hip down.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So without her, I'm doing this, lifting the foot up, and dropping my hip.
Oh, on that angle?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm. Any other questions? So everybody on bottom, try and summon your tiny small self. All right, ready? Last little piece until we work on entries here is when this is a little bit more experienced person, or they like leg locks, or they just done this a lot and they're tired of you mounting them, is opening this leg up and trying to push back and extracting this leg back, right? John wants to set up his butterfly guard. Right? So once I watch this, everybody's knocked it off. As he starts elevating, if I start losing this connection to the ground, I'm gonna step on his thigh and push it back. Okay? If he brings this knee elbow back, that's gone. All right? I can definitely get back into it, but that's tiring. Why lose it once I got here? So as soon as I start feeling a little bit of air there, I'm stepping back on his leg and just pushing it back. One more time. One more time, John.
I think they got the message.
Okay. And lastly, I want to address before we move into entries is people trying to go into the saddle position from here. If I'm not careful, all right, leg locks. So that's why the shin staple is important. And when we have to ultimately drop the shin staple, we are cross facing, controlling this, okay? I can't let him under my armpit. So when it comes time to drop that shin staple, I'm activating Twisted Sister. All right. One last thing, because John's here and he hates it. If someone's doing, this is for our people who want to be mean. All right. If someone's really giving you a hard time.
Yeah, pretty good.
Right?
Yeah.
We can hold them there for a little while, and they will want you to pass. Okay? Questions I haven't addressed?
You ever just cradle him there?
Yes. That's a good one.
Sorry, John.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well,
I get a 20-minute.
right, the easiest reaction is when someone frames away, gets away from us, right? Like not
Oh.
frame, not right, just frames and pushes, right? And I can get into the position here. The harder one is when they're smaller and ball up. So I will threaten different things to create the reaction I desire. That can be our Darce chokes, right? To defend the Darce, he wants to create space and get his head out of there, right? I probably won't finish the Darce or the cradle from here. John's been enjoying vacation. But they have to address those things. If they don't, you get to do what you want to them. But they have to address whatever you're trying to do. If they don't, you might get the sub. He has to create space so I can do what I want. That makes sense?
I just want to see John get. Hold on.
Yeah. The step one is what we use on John. If you roll with him, you know he likes his butterfly. All right. A couple minutes of this and we'll talk about entries. All right, ready? We're good with some ideas on how to finish it. Everybody's body is going to be a different problem. So just the more you can put yourself in those positions, the more you'll know what those reactions are. How to get there, bunch of ways. I'm going to try and address 2 before time's out. All right, most common one is when people are just really good with sticky hooks, like their legs are always on the inside here. All right, I can't do my little swivels or anything. She's just sticky, sticky, sticky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a knee and knee her in the back of the hamstring. That's why I chose you. I pull a knee, right? I try to do the sticky hook swivels and she just stays. Take a knee, bring it, knee in the hamstring here. And from here, I'm gonna use my legs to drop into that position. All right. I try all this stuff. Amber's so annoying. And I'm here. Okay. They get more savvy to it, right? She starts being a little bit more determined with this knee. She's not allowing me to collapse it. That's when we go to that step.
Oh no.
And just to clarify, I'm not stepping.
Kind of feels like it.
No, it does not. She's
I'm
lying.
kidding.
It does not feel like that. It's more like a scoop. I'm scraping it. All right? I step on John. Knee towards me. I'm kneeing her in the hamstring. Her hook is not as strong with the knee in the hamstring for some reason. I'm sure somebody with anatomy information can answer that. But here, her hook is strong. Even if it's on this butt cheek, she can lift. Right? Knee in the hamstring. Lift. Weak. And I just drop. One more time. Here, she's knowing what I'm doing now. She's caught on. This leg is super strong. Scrape. Okay? All right, let's do it. Ready? Had some good things pointed out, some things I didn't address. All right, we're here, we got the knee in, and our person's just really good at staying aligned, right? They're doing the right thing. Walk away. So the knee is not in line with her anymore, right? She's strong here, not here, okay? So once we get the knee in, if I'm trying to fight where her frames are, where her muscles are, I'm gonna have a hard time penetrating that. So shuffle, shuffle. Right now, there's not a whole lot in front of me. It's the weaker part of her leg even, okay? Any questions?
Yep.
All right, once you see it, once you feel it, I think from the butterfly, you see it from a lot of other guards, right? If you're stuck in half or knee shield, I can switch and drop. All right, so there's a bunch that you can do it from. Just gotta get used to feeling it. All right, the other one we're gonna talk about is just our simple leg drag, right? Leg drag, however you choose to do it. Shin staple, all right? I can choose to pass this way. If you're a competitor, if you go this way, it's a lot more points, right? That's a 6-point move right there, okay? So leg drag, any way we can get this knee to the mat, okay? They're expecting a pass to side control typically. They're not really, unless they've had someone do this a lot in their school, they're not really thinking about the mount. Switch the knee out, and then I'm right to where we've been working. Okay? All right, let's do that a couple times and we'll finish with a game. All right, ready? I like to start with a game, end with a game. Same game we just did. This time, top person, you're just trying to find dope mount as much as you can, okay? We're not passing, we're just like, point for me. All right? Point for me, all right? As much as I can. bottom person, you have a coach job, okay? You're gonna throw different guards at me. You're not sweeping me, you're not submitting me. You're just throwing different guards. Even if it's a guard we haven't done, like single leg X. Right? That's fine. Right? Whatever you want to do. Oh, thank you.
I wanted to go here.
All right, so whatever you want to do to try and figure out how you can force these positions. Okay? So bottom person, you got coach role. Throw as many guards in there as you can. That you know. Don't make anything up today. All right? I'm gonna do my best to yell when the flip flop. Ready? It's hard when everybody's learning it at the same time, right? So they kind of know, like, oh, I better not do this because this might happen. So when you go back, hopefully you'll find more success. The biggest thing with the last one we just did is we were just kind of crashing the boards here. Right. If I get too tight on a knee shield, I'm out of the dope mount position. Great pass. Like, we got things to do from here. But if you were like, I keep getting here, it's like, yeah, you're forcing that. You're doing that. All right. We're getting excited and just crashing. Okay. So remember, a leg has to be in front for these. Okay. So it might be a little counterintuitive because we're always getting past the legs. Okay. So this is great for those who are just really good at regarding and putting those legs back in. Right. We'll just use that. Okay. That's all I have. I think I assume we'll do a picture again. And thank you guys. And ask questions later. Thank you.